All right, y'all. This is the interview we hoped, and now we're about to have with Regis Prograis, Rigoroo, two-time super lightweight world champion. Congratulations on your win this weekend, man. Big weekend.
Well, thank you, bro.
Just getting in.
Just getting in, bro. Literally, just getting in the house. Like, just turn the lights on. Just getting in for real. From the airport, bro. I flew here. I took my fast car, so I flew here.
Most fighters don't stay over in the city. It's like we fight Saturday, we go home Sunday. You decided
I was thinking of doing that, but I used to live in LA. So LA, one of my favorite cities in the world, bro. So I stayed a little, and all my people. Usually, I ain't gonna lie. After the fight, yeah, you're right. Like you just want to go home. But all my people, they came from here and they came from New Orleans and stuff like that. So they all stayed out there another day. So I just changed my flight. It was early the next morning, but I just changed my flight. I was like, I'm gonna leave with my people and stuff like that. So I stayed another day.
That's love. Everybody was proud of you, everything you did out there, right?
Oh yeah. Of course, all my people, all my people, it ain't nothing new, bro. We all always be together and stuff like that. Like I said, I used to live out there. So, I got a lot of people out there in LA too, you know what I'm saying?
Let's get into the fight real quick, because there was something I felt was very, very interesting about the fight. I've watched you fight a number of times. You look very, very comfortable whenever you fight. But with this fight specifically, you look very comfortable and very confident. Like the way y'all game plan for this fight and training for this fight, am I right or am I wrong? But did everything go like according to plan?
Well, I just was happy, bro. The happy fighter is the best fighter. You should know that, right? The happy fighter is always the best fighter, right? So I was just like happy. I wasn't nervous. And I was telling leading up to the fight, bro, I was telling my coach, I was like, I'm kind of nervous about this fight because I'm not nervous, right? Like, as a fighter, you have to be a little nervous. And I told my coach, I was like, bro, I'm not nervous at all about this fight. And I'm nervous because I'm not nervous, right? Like, something's going on. But and this fight, if you saw the walkout, I didn't wear my mask. I actually lost the mask, so I didn't wear a mask, heard that. Stuff like that. Yeah. And I was happy, bro. Like when I walked out, I actually started smiling. Like I saw the people was booing and stuff, and I like because it was his crowd, Mexicans and stuff, so they was booing, and I was started smiling and stuff like that. Like I was just happy, bro. I just was comfortable, real comfortable. I think this was one of the most comfortable times I was in the ring. Like being in that fight, I was just so comfortable, bro. It just felt like I belonged there. I just loved it. I felt the energy of the crowd. Everything just felt smooth. Everything felt like it was supposed to be there.
And, being from the South, Regis, like we go somewhere, being uncomfortable make us comfortable. We can adjust. People from the South, we raised different, we built different. I know you were shooting a gun before 10 because I was. But that's how it goes out there. But you can see, like you said, they booed you, but at the end of the night, you could see it. Everybody, all that noise started to go down.
Right, everybody. It was all after that, bro. It was all respect. My people almost had a bunch of fights out there because it was most Mexicans is all my people out there. That was my people real. My people from the north, they were real rowdy. You know what I'm saying? They don't care what they say and stuff like that. So it was. They was getting into it and stuff, but at the end of the day, bro, the Mexican fans are some of the best fans in the world because they respect boxing. So, of course, they wanted him to win. That was his people, that's his fans. But at the end of the day, they respect boxing. So I'm just glad that most of those fans, they're gonna be my fans now. So that's kind of all I.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another sport in this world that fans are against you, and then before the end of this event, they're with you. I think boxing is really just the only sport where fans are real. They know what they want to see. And when they get it, if it's not coming from who they want to get it from, they tip their hat to the guy that is coming from and they show respect, So and especially doing it out there in LA. Like what was that LA atmosphere like being out there? What they call it, the war grounds.
The War Grounds, yeah, bro. I'm just so glad that I got to, perform out there. It was like I said at first when I came out, I heard the cheers and then I heard the boos. I heard a lot of boos and stuff, but it was kind of both of them. Like when I walked through the tunnel, it was both of them. It was cheers and boos because of course the LA fans, they like boxing. They know they like good fighters, so obviously they like me and stuff like that. But still, they was going for my opponent because he is he's a good fighter. He was a killer. And he's a Mexican at the same time, so they were definitely going for him too. But so it was kind of back and forth, like the cheers and the boos. But of course, it was more boos.
Hey, real quick, I know
Shawn.
that you are you're 33. When did you start boxing?
When I was like 16, 17. I started late, bro. So yeah.
I know you say you started late, but like, do you really believe that you started boxing late?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the
I started when I was 8. A
so
lot of guys,
late then, right? That's late. You started when you were 8. I had a late start, right? Most of the people I came up with, they were like the twins and all that. Like, I mean, so you came out in the amateurs a little before me. You was like the class. I was 2012. You was 2008, right? The Olympic team, right? So, I remember you was like. So, if I'm not mistaken, I was with like Danny and Danny Jacobs. Oh, that was your class.
That was my class.
Danny was your class, right?
Yeah.
So like, but I came up with like Highland Williams and Rasheed. You was Rasheed Warren and the Cello twins. So all those dudes, they started when they was like 8 years old, 8 years old. So for me, I had a late start, 16, 17. So I really kind of started when I was 16 in New Orleans, but then it was only a few months and then Hurricane Katrina hit. And then I moved to Texas. And by that time I was 17. That's when I really, really started.
It's a big jump then between 16 and 33, 2-time world champion. There's this big jump that you had to make in terms of being able to compete and being able to dominate the way that I've seen you dominate quite a few times now. What do you credit that to?
Oh man, just being consistent, bro. So like I said, like I bring that back up. You came up around the same class, like the twins and stuff like that. Omar Henry, twins, Highland Williams, and in our gym, we was in Savannah's gym, and me, Maul, Mel, the twins, we wasn't looked at as the people that would make it. They had people, like I said, they had a bunch of dudes out there. Omar Henry, Highland Williams, all those guys, they was the top dogs in the gym, and we just came through, like, because it was just consistent. We stayed consistent, and it's a lot of guys. They just they kind of just fell off. It's in boxing. It's a big turnover rate. Like dudes might think they want to do it, and they might do it for a few years, and then it start getting hard. Once you start getting, a lot of dudes start doing it to like when they get like 10 fights, and then in 10 fights in, that's when it start. You start stepping up a little bit. Then you go 15 fights, and then you go 20 fights, and that's when that competition starts stepping up. And you have to really be consistent with it. And so for me, same thing. Like I was just consistent. Like I want to keep getting better. And I feel like I always work harder than everybody else because I had that disadvantage of being a late bloomer. Basically, I had to do that. So that's kind of why for me, I just always did more. Like even when I was in the amateurs and stuff like that, I would train harder than people. I would train at the gym, and then I would go home and watch film. I would go home and do some stuff too. Like even if it was just like put 100 push-ups a night just on my knuckles just to make my hands stronger, or punching walls to make my hands stronger. Like I would always do something every day outside of the gym to make me better. And that's why I feel like, I'm here where I'm at right now.
That whole long answer, I just thought you was gonna say, I wrestle with alligators, and that's what I did to get where I'm at now.
Can you tell him we don't wrestle with no damn alligators? Just because you see us mess with alligators, we're not wrestling with alligators.
He said he was one day I had talked to you.
I said I was messing with him. I was my bad. I said I was wrestling with him. Everybody get that misconception, bro. Everybody think like, man, you be wrestling with him. Like, bro, I never wrestled with alligator, bro. I told you. I'll grab their tails and shit, but I'm not like actually wrestle with them. I ain't doing that.
And listen, it must be the Southern thing because you said messing with them, and I just knew you said wrestling with them.
yeah. Maybe it sounds like that. Yeah, I'll be messing with them. I'm gonna send you the video after this. I'm gonna say what I be doing with them, but I ain't wrestling with them though.
Yeah, definitely send me something. We'll put it up on the show. But hey, a couple more things, then we'll let you go. I know you're tired and all that good stuff. At 16 years old, was your goal to be right here, right now?
Bro, I surpassed my goal, honestly. Listen, when I was 16, I just wanted to be known as being a fighter from New Orleans, because they had. So when I was younger, like coming up in the street and stuff like that, they had a dude. They called him Champ. He was like, they say he was a boxer from New Orleans. I was like, I want to be like him. They called him Champ. Guess what? When I got older, I found out he never was a real boxer. They just called him that. They just called him. He was like a big stocky dude. They just called him Champ, and he was like around. He was like around my neighborhood and stuff like that. So I wanted to be like Champ when I was younger. Yeah. But to coming up, he wasn't even he not even a real boxer at all. He never even had a real boxer. He was like one of the dudes that got in the gloves in the street stuff. Like he never was a real fighter. And now, bro, like I surpassed by far. Like I'm after Saturday night, bro. I made history. I'm the only 2-time world champion from New Orleans. Like literally the only one 2-time world champion, bro. Like from New Orleans. Like I think if I'm not mistaken, I made history. Like at first, I was the only champion from New Orleans. It was Willie Pastrano, and I think that was 1963. Willie Pastrano or something like that, 68, 63 or something. Because Willie Pastrano, he trained with Angelo Dundee and Muhammad Ali out in Miami and Miami Beach and stuff. That gym over there, and he was from New Orleans. And then after that, I was the first champion from New Orleans since him. Now, I think I'm the only 2-time in the history of the city. Yeah. You know, so I would never even, bro. I never even thought of this.
Love it. Go ahead, Ant. You got one more?
Yeah, I seen I seen Shawn in his past losses get better from losses. How much better? How did that Taylor loss, classic fight, one of the best fights in history? But how did that fight make you a better boxer, better man?
I needed it, bro. I needed it. It made me way hungrier. Listen, before, and I tell everybody, it's like when I was a champion before 3 years ago, I didn't even it came easy to me. I'm not gonna lie, and I wasn't even living like a champion. Like it was just so easy to me until I didn't even care about it. Like I always was. For me, in the gym, I always work hard, no matter what. When I'm training, I always work hard, right? But for me, my outside life wasn't like it is in training camp. It wasn't like it is now. Like now, when I'm in training camp, bro, my day is focused. My whole day is just focused on boxing. Like literally, I wake up in the morning, I go train, I come home, I'll eat, I take a nap, then I wake up after that, mess with my kids a little bit, and that's like my personal wins. And then after that, at nighttime, I have to train again. You know, so literally in training camp, bro, I train for about 2-3 months. That's a training camp for me. And the training camps are so hard that I need like small personal wins every day. And a personal win for me might be like just me and my wife watching a Netflix, you know, something on TV or something like that, bringing my daughter to gymnastics class, you know, going to the movies or something like that, you know, little small things. That'll be like a personal win. That's something, you know, or playing a video game like this camp. I was on the Xbox. I was playing a game. You know, that's kind of what I was doing. I would play the game and stuff like that. So in training camp, my training camps are so hard. I just need like small personal wins. But you know, to like you said, bro, to the win, the loss to Josh Taylor. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's a loss on my record, but I still feel like I won the fight. Honestly, I still feel like, you know, if it was here in the States, I definitely feel like I would have won that fight. But it made me way better. It made me like, all right, this ain't gonna happen again, you know. And one of my favorite fighters of all time is Marvin Hagler, and that's somebody I think, you know, I want to be like. And as far as I think I want to be like him, but as far as, you know, he stayed at one weight his whole career. He dominated, and you know, like he took some losses early, and then after that, he was like, oh, this ain't happening no more. He knocked everybody out, you know, and that's somebody I kind of look up to because he had like Spartan like training. He just grinded. He said it was like jail, you know, and that's kind of my mindset for my training camp now.
And you got anything else?
Yeah, hey, I just want to know, man, when we gonna bring some boxing back to Louisiana? The last big boxing fight was.
Listen, I'm the champion, bro. I'm the king of the 140 right now. I'm literally the king of 140 right now. So whatever I say, go. So if I say bring it back to New Orleans, that's what's gonna happen. So I hope y'all come out. And the next, most likely, it's looking like it already. We already set this. We already trying to get some things in place. The next fight probably gonna be out in New Orleans, and we gonna light the city up, bro.
The last big one was Leon Spinks, Muhammad Ali in 1978.
Right? No. They had Sugar Ray. Don't forget Sugar Ray Leonard. And Roberto Duran. The second one.
You had an interview. You had an interview with Roberto. Yep. Yeah.
The second one. Yeah, the second one. That was in the Superdome. You know, so we trying to do those Superdome numbers. And listen, those fighters wasn't from New Orleans. They great fighters, but they not from there. Me, I'm from there. My family lived there. All my friends, they all live there. I know, like, I walk those streets. I still walk those streets. So, listen, like, this next fight, it's gonna be out there, and it's like we gonna do some old school promoting, like they used to do in the old school when people used to spar outside in the French quarters. We gonna do that type of stuff. Have the city lit, bro.
Hey, me and Shawn pulling up, and I'm taking Shawn to Billy's.
You got to. 100%. Yeah, you got to. Y'all got to come, bro. It's only
pulling up. Yeah, we coming.
I ain't been down there since National Junior Olympics, man. It's been a minute since I've been down there.
Oh, yeah, you got to have some fun. See, you was out there when it was work time. Now, guess what? We going to have some fun. But just let me know what you like, bro. I'll get whatever you like out there.
I dig it. Hey, one more thing before I let you go. I will watch the fight, watch the post-fight press conference or the post-fight conference in the ring. You said everybody got to say my name now. I ain't saying no names. Everybody got to say my name now because I'm the guy. And you super, super proud of yourself. I'm proud of you, but I got to know, who do you hope says your name?
Man, all right. It's I gotta say, listen, the only one person that I want to get back is Josh Hill. Okay. That's it. But the thing about it, I think he's banned from the US. So you know, he might be banned from here, so I don't know how that'll go. But you know, the only person now I can say is definitely Josh Taylor. But right now I'm not saying nobody's name except him because that's the only person that I wanna. That's the only address I have on my record. So that's the only thing I want to erase. Is him. But after that, bro, everybody, it's so much smoke at 140 to like it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna have a good 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026 until I'm ready. So it's gonna be up.
I had you as my dark horse over there at 140. I just felt like you was the Lone Ranger, the one that nobody really knew could do the things that you could do. I think you really showed it against Jose Zepeda. I thought he did very well against you, and I just thought that you were a full step ahead of him, and you know, you just held it down for the NO, you held it down for Ant, and you held it down for yourself and your family, man. So congratulations, enjoy your win, man. Rest up, and we'll catch you later, all right?